Death masks an answer to the fear of absolute oblivion? Biological death, the cessation of breath, the cooling of the body, was not the end of the story for Romans of the Republic. Unlike the Egyptians, they did not expect a solar bark or the mummification of the soul. Unlike later Christians, they did not await the resurrection of the flesh. But there was something they feared intensely: that their name would be erased from memory forever, that their face would never again be conjured in anyone's mind, that their role in the world of the living would dwindle to nothing. This second death we might today call absolute oblivion, and to confront it, the Romans devised a tool as simple as a lump of wax. Death masks, imagines. Mask, not a spell for immortality, but an engineering of endurance. Let us dispel a misconception. No sensible Roman believed that by taking a wax cast of a dead person's face, they had rendered the soul immortal. They believed in the manes, those faint, shadowy presences underground, not in a thriving survival of the individual psyche. So what was the mask for? The death mask was a piece of social engineering, a clever trick. It kept the boundary between being and not being transparent, but to the advantage of the living. By faithfully recording every wrinkle, every drooping ear, or wart on the cheek, you were not saving an immortal soul. Instead, you were casting a face for collective memory. That wax face would later be placed in a wooden cabinet in the atrium, the entrance hall of the house, alongside the masks of other ancestors. Every morning, when the son of the family stepped out of his room, he would come face to face with them. Those masks were not silent. They reminded him, "You are the heir of our name. If you falter, our memory will vanish from the earth." They reproduced an unwritten contract between powerful dead and indebted living. Why was individual immortality not the goal? Because the collective footprint mattered more. The pharaoh wanted to board the sunboat with his dead. The Roman, at least the aristocratic Roman of the Republic, wanted to remain leaning on the consul's chair among the living. The difference lay in this: survival of the individual meant nothing to a Roman unless it was embedded in the survival of the family and its political standing. That is why the right to display a death mask, jus imaginum, was a legal privilege, not a common custom. Only those who had held the highest offices, consul, senator, censor, could have their masks installed in the atrium. The mask was a symbol of office, not merely a symbol of this person. From this perspective, the death mask was a weapon against the fear of absolute oblivion of rank and role, not against the annihilation of the soul. The Roman would say, "I will die, but my consulship will not die. My family's name will circulate on stone inscriptions and genealogical trees, and my wax mask every year at the next funeral procession will return to the streets of Rome." An annual performance when the mask temporarily defeated oblivion. The funeral of a family's high-ranking member was no simple burial. An actor of similar stature would put on the wax mask of the deceased, dress in the official robes he had worn in life, for example, the consul's toga, and ride on a chariot alongside the masks of other ancestors. Spectators who had known the dead man in life would, for a few breathtaking moments, lose the boundary between dead and living. This was not mere theatricality. It was a performance of temporary triumph over oblivion. The message to the onlooker was, he died, but not forever. Every time we put his mask on an actor's face, every time we recite his name in the family tree, he is still here. A reflection, a question that does not remain unanswered. Those wrinkled masks with their sunken eyes now stare at us from the museums of Rome. Looking at them, we might ask ourselves, was the terror of absolute oblivion exclusive to ancient Romans? The Romans chose a tool that came as close as possible to the most lived thing of all, the face itself, with all its wrinkles and flaws. We may have different tools, but we carry the same fear with the same intensity in our chests.